ran down the field, ran past the staple, got shot by the staple player in the back, and then continued on to shoot the D1, came round the D1, or the back left, whatever you want to call it, came round that and then shot the staple player. If you shrug a headshot or something that's absolutely blatant, I will put it on the stream. So if you're planning on like cheating and purposely cheating, then just don't bother turning up if you don't want to get outed.
Absolutely. Two, one. Cool. So, Christmas episode 4 of the Speedsoft Lounge Podcast. A little different. Obviously, we are live, and we've got a couple of guests on. We've not just got the one. So, we'll start with who we've got. We've got SOT Kieran, the captain. Kieran, you want to say hello? A little bit about yourself?
Hello, I'm Kieran.
Beautiful. We've got the washed.
Sorry, did you want more than that?
The washed bald eagle, who seems to always appear on these podcasts nowadays. Zach, a little bit about yourself.
Sorry, mate. Where did you play some comp?
We don't talk.
Nah, don't even.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. So,
my name's Zach, aka Bald Eagle. I play for Speed Cartel.
And can we just get a little viewing of that Christmas jumper? Just stand up for us there.
Give us a spin.
Give us a spin. Show us the bunda. Jeez.
That's the most awkwardest stand-up ever. It's like, look!
Just screams autism, to be fair.
And we've also got Luke Hicks, which is in the top left somewhere. Hicks, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who'd you play for?
Just some dead team. You probably not heard of him anyway.
Yeah, I heard it's that Flashbang Airsoft, but I've never heard
Camo
of it.
on top, mate.
And we've also got Mr. Kirton in the bottom there somewhere. Kirton, how are we?
I'll be nice.
Good, man.
I'm good.
Good. So,
well, I was thinking I'll be evil, but I was like, nah, fuck that. You're on YouTube, so we won't.
Yeah. Right. Hopefully everything is looking all good. But yeah, first of all, how are we all?
But don't all get shy now. We were all chatting shit.
I mean, he's gone and got the bottom of the barrel for all the speeds I've seen, hasn't he?
Okay, we'll start with obviously something that's pretty controversial right now. The hit taking. So obviously, Kirton, you just announced.
Kieran, you're the worst
Kieran,
for it.
I heard you're pretty bad
Come
for
on.
it.
I don't play. How can I be bad?
Yeah, you don't take your hits as a ref.
Nah, never.
We're all bounced, Anna. Don't count if it bounces.
Wiped it, mate.
But so obviously, you just announced that you a little something. You want to tell us what you've announced on the Instagram that you're gonna be doing for next year?
Best way of explaining it, we're doing POVO with VAR for 2025.
POVO VAR.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Just a cheaper version of what places like NSL and all have until we can afford to put something a bit better in. So we'll have VAR for across the whole 2025. The first 2 events, which will be the 3-man and round 1, will be only requested by the refs. After that, then we'll start introducing players being able to request VAR on a card system. So as long as you don't abuse it, you won't lose your chance to be able to use VAR.
Okay.
Whereas if you let's say I sit there and I scream, I shot Luke in the head kind of thing. Yeah, I'm shooting 3 foot away from him, 4 foot away from him. Then basically you're taking the piss and we'll just take that from you and you'll never be able to request it again.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. It's like we said in the last podcast when we had you on. Obviously, you don't want people to abuse it and all that kind of stuff.
We'll just waste time, innit?
Yeah.
Time, yeah.
As I say, and it's obviously going to long it out as well when obviously you're doing all the reviews of the VAR and stuff like that.
But the good thing with it, though, which we're doing, which I don't think anyone else does, even NSL. So obviously all of you guys have played at Bunker. So in the stage room, we're actually putting a TV in there.
Oh, yeah.
So while we review the VAR footage, you guys can be stood in the stage room with the head ref, actually watching it at the exact same time that we do. So you'll see exactly what we see. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no, we seen this or we didn't see this. Whatever we see, you'll see on a TV in front of you as well.
So with that, how would that affect the game? So say I said Sash is cheating.
Shock.
It's called out.
Shock.
Sorry, Callum. Did you get a major last comp?
We don't talk about
Do
that.
they just get the penalty for that game, or
It
does
all
it
depends
affect
on what it
points?
is. Obviously, it all depends on severity and stuff like that. Like headshots is going to be a completely different ball game to getting shot on the side. Let's say tank like shrugging a shot when you were the last body alive, and then turning the game around. Like there's so many variables to it, so it all depends on the situation, which will be completely unique to each situation. But obviously, we'll discuss it. It's going to be a massive trial and error thing, I think, across the whole 2025.
Definitely.
I'd say that's the thing, isn't it? Just seeing how it works on the first one and then kind of going from there, isn't it?
Yeah, this is why we're only introducing it first for the refs, so the refs can deal with it. Like, if the refs are like, I'm not 100% sure what happened there, or the whole situation that happened on the last comp, you know, the one where obviously I publicly turned around and went, yeah, like, shit, I got it wrong.
Is that, sorry, are you referring to the PSB Fast Gang one? Is that the one?
Yeah. Literally that one, yeah. It's because the information, Kieran will back me up, when we were in the box, the information we got was not the full story.
Yeah, as far as we knew, it was a power play on the D1.
So,
we didn't know there was a player in the staple.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually know what actually fully happened. What actually happened on that game then?
So the whole story behind it, one of the PSB lads ran down the field, ran past the staple, got shot by the staple player in the back, and then continued on to shoot the D1, came round the D1, or the back left, whatever you want to call it, came round that and then shot the staple player.
Okay.
But when it was all explained to us in the box, I don't know what was explained to the field, but when it was explained to us in the box, the staple player wasn't there.
Yeah, as far as we knew, they were just shot.
In my mind, there was no one in the staple. So we gauged it as a power play on the D1 or the back left. That's what we thought it was. We didn't know he came around and then there was another player to deal with. So we were like, oh shit, okay.
Okay, yeah.
But having the VAR system in, when there's a question mark like that, we can just rewind it back, have a look at it, and it'd stop that. Because even if it doesn't see who gets hit and stuff like that, it will then be able to stop that whole us not knowing actually fully what's going on the field, or not getting the full picture from the refs. Because it could have been miscommunication. Maybe it was just a dozy moment for me and Kieran.
Nah, there was like a four-way conversation going on. It was impossible.
I can imagine with all radios going off, it'd be a bit hectic in there.
Yeah, it was mad. I had a headset on. I could hear like two head refs on the field talking. I had Harvey and Luke talking all at once. I was like, damn, what's going on? I was like, just send them to the box so we can actually discuss this.
Yeah.
And to be fair, even when they came to the box, like we still didn't realise it was the staple.
Like I say, I think a lot of us confused. I didn't know about Zach and Hicks who were watching it as well, but I was like, I didn't even know what's going on.
Sometimes I was in the spectator as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can imagine it's very difficult, like for refs.
Like you were saying, it's hard to get full context. I know, obviously, it's easier to go through the captains, but say the captain's not on the field, and they're getting third-hand information, and then they're passing it. Oh, it's like fucking Chinese whispers, isn't it?
It's the same thing.
I don't know if he was there. I didn't fucking see it.
Yeah.
He didn't see it. But I'm kind of telling you something happened, and it is difficult because obviously I deal with it, and it's a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
But we have to have it that way though, because otherwise, what ends?
Oh no, definitely.
6 different people arguing with
us. You get the whole team just coming at you, and that would
you do.
Be great.
As well.
The only in between would be always captains, unless it's specific to that individual player, and that's the one time they're allowed to speak on the matter. But difficult, regardless.
Yeah.
And it'll take years to get it right, though. Realistically, the scene still.
100%, 100%.
Obviously, you said something about are you going to actually put the footage on the stream as well? Like, so say if someone's like blatantly taking like hitting the mask.
Don't get me
wrong.
For the 3-man coming up in January, I doubt I'm going to get a system in place to put it on the stream. The system's going to be there. The VAR was meant to get delivered today, but obviously I wasn't home because we had parties on.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping for round 1 of the league. If you shrug a headshot or something that's absolutely blatant, I will put it on the stream. So if you're planning on like cheating and purposely cheating, then just don't bother turning up if you don't want to get outed.
Absolutely. It's gonna be some funny clips then.
Like I've always been massively against because I do find it controversial, but at the same time, like don't get me wrong, if someone gets like a side swipe to the belt, stuff you're never going to feel. I'm not going to hope someone for that because you're never going to know.
Yeah.
But like if you ding clean there and you shrug back in and it's like, come on, mate, you're taking the piss.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not going to say names, but there would have been some mad clips if we've put some things on happening in the comps.
Yeah. No, I think it'll definitely change the game. And I think it'll definitely change the game and hopefully make it that a little bit more accurate with the calls and stuff like that.
It's just to try and calm it down a little bit rather than allowing it to spiral.
Well, hopefully it'll be just a deterrent, and it wouldn't even need to be used.
Yeah, hopefully so. It happens in Airsoft, though, doesn't it? Like when we do see like all the skirmish side on our district, you know, you'll get a couple of like, oh, he's cheating, all that kind of stuff. You know, standard stuff you get in Airsoft. Then as soon as we turn around and go, by the way, all the marshals are going out and hit checking, everyone starts taking it. Like everyone's taking
just shooting more.
You know what I mean? So like having that deterrent and knowing that there's, you know, a consequence for it, typically you'll calm it down.
Start giving refs suppressed gas pistols just to hit check.
Just have a sniper sat on top of the comm box just to take people out.
Give him the old 1-2-60
that he wants.
Okay,
1-2-60 always works.
Hicks, give him the Sega.
That's it.
Clunk, clunk.
Just open a window in the comm box, just get out.
Clunk, clunk.
People call it when they hear it, never mind. Get hit by it. They're like, no, sod that.
I don't want that. Fucking hell. It's like, the clip that just goes on in my head when I hear about the Sega is that the bunker pirates. When he literally was point blank. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I thought you were on about the one where I shoot you in the face with it. That was pretty bad as well.
Well, I mean, that was rough. But that guy, he was like in the side as well, wasn't he? It was like point blank.
I did feel bad about that. That was pretty harsh.
He played it so well. Do you not agree? Like he literally just walked off, like didn't even like make any noises or anything like that. But that looked painful. That
it definitely hurt. Also, Walks. I've just seen you commenting. Just seen your comment. Speed Cartel are not going to NSL next year. Not yet.
Not yet.
Do you know what? He's a controversial one for you.
Go on.
NSL layout.
Oh yes. Let's talk about that. Has everybody seen it? Yeah, everyone's seen it. Hicks, you seen it?
Yeah, it's insane.
What? No, I'm not seeing it.
Let me.
The NSL layout.
Let me see if I can do this. I don't know how it was.
Dinner table at middle at field.
So if I just screen that shit. I don't know if you can see that Hits. Can you see that?
Can if I click on it.
So
yeah, NSL layout is.
This is basically what the NSL layout is for.
To be fair though, the snake bit, apart from the pillar stuff that's going on.
There's so many bunkers.
I've seen it actually. Now I've seen it again. I do remember seeing it. I think it looks mental. I think it looks great. I think that's going to be mint to watch. That's going to be pure chaos.
If you watch that Airsoft guy on Instagram, he uploaded a YouTube video of him actually playing it, and it doesn't look that bad from a player's point of view when they're actually playing it.
Those windows are going to be nuts.
Bunkers are on the 50 line. It's too much.
I think there's a lot of bunkers on there.
It's very crowded on the 50 line, but it looked okay to play from when I've seen it in someone when actually playing it.
I suppose the question really for Lou would be: do you reckon you'll ever do like this NSL layout as a layout or?
What for one of our comps?
Yeah, for like one of the.
We have to buy more bunkers.
No, we're building it. We are building that layout.
As I say, there's a lot of new ones, isn't there?
We build it because obviously the teams within the UK, if they want to train for
train
NSL,
on that,
then obviously we're expected to be able to allow them to. So we are building the layout as much as I don't want to. But we are building it.
Do you reckon you'll ever run it for a comp, or is that like out of the question?
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one.
Don't get me wrong, there might be some kind of version of it that we run. But
it's
not
difficult because
it's just that 50 line. I really don't like the 50 line. The rest of it's not too bad.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
It's not horrific. The whole thing. It's just I don't like the 50 line. It's too much.
Yeah, I can't remember who said
it. Especially on like an attack and defend format like NSL.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. Like with a flag that's obviously the NSL do, the way they do it, it's hard like to run straight down. You know, if like it's like you're a last player, you know, you've eliminated the last guy and you're taking the flag to run it. I feel like there's a lot of bunkers in your path there. You don't really got a straight direct line straight there, so
you'll be dolphin diving over the hard.
You'll be diving, you'll be banging into the bunkers and stuff like that. So I feel like that's gonna change it massively.
On a normal play though, I think it'd be better to have more people in the middle, not everyone just sat at the back half.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think you'd be able to sit at the back half too much though.
That's what I mean. On a normal layout, sometimes it's quite back heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, Kieran, I've got a question for you.
Oh God.
Someone's asked how the divisions are going to work.
What do you mean by how the divisions are going to work?
It's not someone in the comments, someone in a group chat have asked like how they're going to work. Are they going to work like similar to paintball, or
In what way do you mean how they're going to work, though? As in, like, how they decided or how the...
Yeah, so Div 1,
Yeah.
are they going to be versing Div 2 players, or are they just Div 1 versus...
It's two separate groups.
So it's like
so there'll be two separate finals. So Sunday, we're trying to create what we call Sunday Club. That's why we've gone to 2-day events.
Sunday Club.
So across Saturday and the morning of Sunday will be all group stages. And then when we get into the afternoon of Sunday, that's going to be then semi-finals and finals. But there will be two versions. But I say two versions, two separate ones, because there'll be one for Division 2 and one for Division 1. Division 1 will never go against Division 2, and likewise.
Although
time...
it is good.
So go on.
Go on.
No, you go on.
I was going to say, it's good that you brought that topic up, because somebody did have a question about that the other day. They wondered how it would work with progression. So obviously, say one team enters Div 2, there's nobody stopping anyone entering Div 2 as of now. But say you smashed it out and won every single Div 2 comp, would you then be forced to go into D1? Yeah, so that's what...
Yeah, top 2 and bottom 2. So bottom 2 from Division 2 will move down to Division... Bottom 2 from Division 1 will go down to Division 2 for 26. And the top 2 from Division 2 will go up to Division 1 for 26.
All right, okay. That's what I thought, but I just thought it was better to ask.
Well. And then with there's the championship as well event. We're still just finalising the last couple of daft bits and bobs, but the entry for it, you can't actually enter into the championship. It's completely free. There's no prize pot on that. It's just like a kind of bragging right and trophies and all that kind of stuff. But to get entry into the championship, you have to win one of the events. So the winner of the 3-man, the winner of each division of each round.
I suppose it's good to start low then, innit, if you want your chances for that.
Yeah.
The other thing. Oh, I just wondered, because I didn't know, because obviously I know you were going to do the player score thing, so I didn't know if it would be like an average of each person added into a total, and then that would
what do you mean, like
determine
the player ranking or the statistics.
Yeah, and then that would determine your place, so to speak.
So basically, the way that the divisions have been worked out, it's kind of just it's only me that's been sat there and looked at what teams there is. But what we're pretty much looking at is what team it is, how many podiums they've had with us, what podiums they've had in other events, what team members they have, and who they've brought in, who they've lost, the consistency of wins. So, like, someone could win one event, but then come almost last, then come fourth, then almost last. For me, I would say that's a Division 2 team because of the simple fact they haven't got the consistency. It's nothing against teams. It's just where we think
you'd have a shit time if you stick them in Div 1 anyway. What's the point?
The only thing that we've kind of went against that for is if people have specifically asked for Division 1 and we think that they're capable of doing it. That's the only time where we've actually allowed people to ask for divisions. If someone's asked for Division 2 but we think they should be in Division 1, we've told them you're going into Division 1.
That's fair. I just wondered because obviously, like, when I looked at the form, I wasn't sure.
Imagine if we put like Legion into Division 2. Like, it's nothing against Division 2 teams, but look at the experience thing and the consistency of performance.
Well, look at the last 2 or 3 comps. Like, you can't argue that. Like, yeah. I just wondered. Somebody asked, and I was like, I'm not sure, so I'm going to ask.
Have like all the UK teams now been placed into a division, or is there still like some?
We've put out everyone that's done the pre-registration with us.
Yeah.
We've put out messages to them to get them to confirm that they're happy with the divisions that they've been put into. I think we've done.
I say, do you know like the numbers? So like how many teams are in Division 1 and how many teams are in Division 2?
Yeah, we've done. There is going to be 6 and 6. We've got 5 currently in Division 1. 2 seconds, I'll tell you.
I thought there'd have been more in Div 1.
Actually, speaking of divisions, what are Cartel going to do?
5 and 5.
Is the Cartel 1 and 2, or is it just Cartel now?
No, they're in Div 3 because they've got enough teams.
Go on, I'll let you answer it.
There's just 10 of us coming. So we've picked 3 from the team who's come in for the league. Because you're allowed 10 on roster, aren't you, for the league? So there's 13 of us altogether. 3 of us are not coming. So we've just got one big team coming practically for league.
Someone just put in
You
the
benched
comments.
Cam then.
Yeah.
You still realise as well, even though you're allowed to put the 10 in, that's not 10 per event though as well. That's 10 across the whole league.
Yeah.
You can't change that team across the league. And then each event will have the usual roster limit that people are used to, the 8 per event. Because at the beginning of the year, so in February, we'll expect teams to lock their rosters. And this is going to prevent this. Well, I'm hoping that this is going to prevent all of this team jumping kind of stuff, where people are just going from team to team to team to team. Because if you're locked onto a team and you want to go and guest for another team, that team's only allowed one guest. So we're just trying to do what you can do.
That's good.
Done in with people leaving.
I like the idea.
Those 3 that aren't in your team can guest anyway, I think. If I'm remembering that correctly.
Yeah.
What, for the guests for the league?
Yeah.
So it's dead weird. There's going to be a full explanation at the end of this month coming out. But I'm trying to think of the best way of explaining it. So basically, if you want guests for one of the event, let's say the guest that you want to come is already part of a team that's on the league. If that's the case, you're only allowed one person as a guest if they're part of the league already. If it's new people completely to the league, so not in any of the league teams or anything like that, completely new to the scene, you're allowed 2. So it tries to entice people.
It tries to bring more new people in, right?
Instead of existing players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that, to be fair.
We're still kind of dotting the I's and crossing the T's and getting it dialed in perfect. We've still got 20 days until we actually release it. We're just trying to get it kind of perfect before we put out the full details of the roster stuff.
Yeah, the 3 isn't part of the league, is it? So you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think we're going to allow 3 guests max.
What, over the league or per event?
Per event. Just 3 people if they're not. I keep saying 2, but I'm thinking 3 is probably better because we want more new people coming in. The more new people we entice this and show what it is that we do, it's better, really. It grows the scene faster.
Yeah.
It's why I always take a chance on new people. We might not do the best at every event, but...
Thing is, some people might surprise you as well.
But we've had a few
that
have come in and out of nowhere and done okay.
Sonny, for example,
literally...
we started playing with him at the Skirmish CQB, played his first tournament, he absolutely smashed it. And now look at him.
That's what I mean. Take a gamble on someone, they might be actually all right.
There's a lot of talent that's probably undiscovered at the minute. And
there's a lot of people, though, that are still kind of struggling on how to get into it, though, as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I think that's something that we do need to bridge. I don't know how exactly, but
because there's more poaching than recruiting. What?
Yeah.
Who said that?
It's like our snake player. It's like our snake player, Sam. The July comp. He'd never played Airsoft before in his life. He came to training, absolutely loved it. July, that was his second time ever playing a comp. And honestly, he smashed it. And then in November, honestly, down Snake is literally just slivery as fuck. He just gets down there, no pissing about. And honestly, it's probably one of the best Snake players we've had on his team.
It's less bad habits to unlearn.
Oh, yeah, I was just about to say.
Exactly.
It was the same with Miles.
It was his second comp, and he absolutely smashed it.
Mate, Miles was the same.
If you had to ask me how long Sam had been playing, I'd have said at least 2 years with the way he plays. At least. He's a good player, straight up.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. I know he was honestly just talking about the 3-man a second ago. Someone's asked, is there going to be training slots before the 3-man, Kirton?
Yep, day before.
Cool.
The more info about it will release in the next week or so. I'm doing loads of building work in district at the moment, so I'm a little bit snowed under.
You're rebuilding the bunkers, is that right?
I've got that to do, yeah.
How's that going?
That's on the to-do list. That's next job up. I'm building 3 new buildings in the CQB side at the moment. With a load of new bridges and stuff like that. So I need to get that built. I'm hoping that's going to be done by end of this week, middle of next week. Once that's done, the next job on is then to start the whole process of rebuilding the field.
Yeah.
I've got all the wood there to do it, or 90% of the wood there to get it done. It's just having the time to do it, which is the problem.
Yeah, I'm there. And
because December's our busiest time of the year.
You're making it bigger, right? Is that right?
Yeah, all the bunkers are going bigger.
So at the minute,
all of the snake beams, let's say, for example, they need to go half a foot higher and 1 foot wider.
Okay,
John will be happy.
I'd say that'll change it for us big lads out there.
Yeah. And then the Doritos, if I remember rightly, I think the size of them is right, but the angle of them is wrong.
It's the angle.
Right.
Yeah, even side on, it's tight for me. And if it's tight for me, I dread to think what it's like for everyone else.
I think side on at the base, they're only 3 foot. They're meant to be 4 foot, if I remember rightly.
Is this basing off NSL's bunker size?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I find the Dorito side fine. Like when I literally played there all last comp.
Flat side or on the angle.
Because when the side on, those small Doritos are rough.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You feel it more on the small Doritos.
I'm on about the average
kind of
person.
Semi-unusable, pretty much. Yeah, not all of us are 3 foot.
Not all of us are 3 foot wide either.
Some of them are 3 foot. Yeah, that's what I mean. 3 foot wide.
I'm all good. I'm 4 foot wide, mate, so I'm good.
Sorry, I just like food, alright? I just like food.
That's why I brought the wing bunker in, so Kirton can hide behind him.
Yeah. What do you mean? The brick's mine.
Mate, that brick. I love that brick.
Don't, mate, because when we built it, we were like, that's definitely too big.
Starfish a brick.
No, we're going to leave it as it is, just for the shits and giggles.
Can we leave it? Can we actually leave it where it is this time? Because it's fucking heavy.
As I say, that's a nightmare to move from where it were.
Oh, it was
only
especially when you don't want to rip the turf. Yeah. You can't drag it.
One thing I did like was the box.
The box.
That was funky.
That's what they're on about.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Zach, keep up.
Zach's still on the Zach's still on the Freeman conversation at the minute.
He's on fucking dial-up, isn't he? Just catching up.
Nah, I did enjoy the last layout, but I think I'm sure Kieran will agree with SOT. I felt like we struggled to get out a lot. We was pretty defensive in how I was playing.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a very aggressive layout in terms of like you'd got to get that flag within the first 20 odd seconds and to get the points.
Oh yeah, you had to be quick, otherwise the field gets locked down quick.
Yeah, if you get the field, you're
especially with that D4. D4 was strong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. But I liked it. I like that layout.
Castle properly, or send two to the castle, like you could lock the field.
Yeah.
Relatively easily.
Well, yeah, because they'd have to pass plexi really to get an angle on you.
Yeah.
Well, or box side. But...
Tell you what. Yeah. Absolute props though to the wing that you introduced. The wing, I really love the wing.
Been a long time coming, that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like what Mick Swain said. Obviously, we needed some more paintball bunkers, and I think
the worst thing is, it was what?
It was the right one to bring in.
When was it? It was about 3 weeks before that. Alex Drock was in front of my face going, "I think it's gonna be a wing. I reckon it's gonna be a wing."
No,
I was like, "Don't know, mate." I just fucking walked off. I was like, "Shit."
Yeah, it's second he said it, I just turn around and walk away. I was like, "No, I can't. I'll give it away."
What did you think, Hicks and Zad? Did you like the wing?
I think it makes snake support a lot more viable. I didn't play it, but it makes it a lot more viable because obviously normally snake support's just shit.
Yeah.
Like you've got some random bunker that's 3 feet in the other direction that's sort of on it but not.
Yeah.
Or you've got a tiny one that's
angled the weird way or something like that where you can't actually get into it as well.
Because especially on my team, all the support players are bigger people.
Yeah.
They're saying, just be snake size for like 10 minutes. Don't move, Ro. You just stand right there. It's just a bit awkward in it, but you had the space to move. And if you stepped back and at an angle, you could see like up the field.
Yeah.
And it's just more interesting, isn't it?
You've got to think though, all these bunkers are from paintball. And paintball's been around a lot longer than airsoft, especially competitively as well. So like they've already made the mistakes and found the right bunkers that work, and got.
Well, they play very much that way, even in like up the field. So that's why I felt like it played better.
That's why realistically, I think a lot more of the paintball bunkers should be coming to airsoft.
I'd say, do you reckon you'll bring any more in then? To be fair, what there's a lot of like bigger bunkers in there, like the.
I mean, technically speaking, we've got the big brick already.
Yeah, the big brick.
I love that. That was perfect. That was
need the
Remember when we used to play it in bunker and all like outdoor bunkers, and the wind would catch and it'd be fucking going like this. It's like watching the thing. Shit, that's gonna get took away in a minute.
What about the is it sombrero? Is that what you call it these days? The one that kind of goes like flat and then it goes up a little bit and then back down. Is that what it's called?
That's what I call it. I don't know if that's what it's actually called.
You mean like we used to have a bit of a joke with it. We used to call it the tit.
Okay, yeah. But, I mean, that works.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I think
I
the
see
actual name
why.
of it, Mini W or something like that it's called.
Yeah, do you reckon you'll ever bring something like that in? I think that's
Eventually.
a cool little bunker.
You know I can't give away stuff about layouts.
Yeah, I know. Well, true.
And try and get it out of you,
You've
though.
got to keep that excitement. You've got to keep the excitement to
Yeah.
it all, I think.
You know what actually might be cool? Those I don't know what they're called, the long snake ones that are quite low down. You've got like the cakes in between.
The snake beams.
Is that just a beam?
Yeah, like
just
the
like a
snake-
box, like a long rectangle thing.
Imagine that instead of the L's. That'd be
I think
brilliant.
that'd be pretty cool, you know. They've got it in like the Speed QV tournaments, haven't they? They're like long fucking.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't like the L's, but the bigger beams, because they're like half the size of bricks, aren't they? Ish.
Yeah, the only reason like that we still use them is just simply because they're on the field. So instead of having to like rebuild 50% of the field just for a tournament, like we just add in daft bits and bobs. Then when we're done with it, we just fling it back into the CQB side. That side can use it for a bit, and maybe we might go, oh, do you know what, for this comp we use it. This is why it's handy, because all of the bunkers that are on the field now, a good 70% of them aren't actually getting taken apart or anything. They're just going to get put into the CQB side.
Yeah.
That side can use it. We'll make bunkers out of them on that side. Because then down the line, across 2025, we might go, do you know what, we'll use this bunker again, or we'll add these bunkers in. We could just add it in.
We need the.
I'm interested to see the 3-man layout.
Speaking of Speakeasy, we need the parkour. Bolt those bastards down.
Yeah, bring it in, Luke.
It's difficult. No, it's difficult because it's health and safety as well.
You really think I'm going to be
Sign a waiver.
There's damage to the Astro. There's health and safety, and then
Do it in Crocs should be fine.
People in the UK, they can't even jump and shoot without blind firing anyway. So like, imagine them trying to jump over
that's true.
and shoot.
That's aimed at me, like any Kirton.
It's aimed at loads of people, to be fair.
Do you remember when I did it at training?
I've pulled loads of people. We can sit in the box and we watch it, and then like pull this guy for blind fire, and they're like, "I didn't blind fire." I'm like, "You 100% did, mate."
But that's what I mean. I do it, and unless I can comfortably see what I'm shooting at, I'll never jump shot someone because it's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
People get that used to shooting as they jump up, but then continuing to shoot as they're coming down, but they don't realise their eye level's dropping a lot quicker than the gun is. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get that next viral video of a one ball jump shot. That's the problem.
Running up the Doritos.
Yeah.
Hey, if I were that
It's cool and
Dorito,
funny to
my
see,
foot
but-
is going through the bunker. I'm sorry, but it's going through it.
It'd be perfect for me, though. I'd love it. It'd be a great time.
Yeah.
That was
We
grenade
are
launcher. We're in a
introducing-
bunker.
We're introducing jumpable and non-jumpable bunkers up for 2025.
Yeah.
But like the
Yeah.
Doritos, I'll say now, there's going to be no
Well, yeah,
Doritos.
the Doritos is one thing entirely, but there's certain ones that cut weird. So it'd be good, with the L snakes as they are now, it would be nice to have that option to move over.
Yeah.
If somebody's beaming down snake side, if you know you've cleared the other side, I feel like you should get that bit of leeway. Whereas otherwise, just like, oh look, dead, or I'm doing nothing.
Yeah. No, it is something that we are introducing. Is certain bunkers will be allowed to be jumped, without giving too much away as such.
Yeah.
So in the current rules, you cannot jump over bunkers.
You can't jump anything.
No.
You can't. Okay. So no, obviously in
A
NSL.
penalty at one of them. People were getting them left and right at bunker.
Yeah, yeah.
Gonna say, I can imagine.
Because that was
Yeah,
like
just
near the
everyone
end of the
hopping
field.
on
and
it.
all.
Oh
I think was it
gosh.
Flashbang and TSR where there was
No,
spin
mine, I
point
stepped out of
because-
bounds giving someone a high five. That was different.
No, not that one. I can't remember who it was. You'll remember it though, Luke. Someone jumped over the snake beam, and because of
I
that,
think it was Jono.
turned into a swing point.
Oh,
But then,
God.
as we were dealing with that swing point, the other team then did the exact same thing, and it cancelled the swing point instead.
Yeah, it was Jono.
That caught.
So I was like,
that
oh,
caught
what a
so many
dickhead. And then he
people
did that, and I was like, brilliant. I'll take it.
Gosh. No, that caught a lot of people out jumping over the bunkers on the.
Or leaving the field early
Or
was the
leaving
best
the
one.
leaving the field.
Yeah.
You should just sit there with a clipboard, just watching.
But that
the
is
feed.
better with the new system, because that was hard to, like, I don't know, it's different when it's outside and it's all open.
Yeah.
The rope you barely see.
Yeah.
Tunnel's quite defined. You can't get that wrong. Well, in
I was
theory,
gonna
you
say,
shouldn't
people
get it
still
wrong.
go out the wrong, like
Shouldn't get
people
it
going
wrong.
out the entry and coming in from the
Oh,
exits, and it's like, mate, what are you doing? Like, we're making that easier though for 2025 because they're getting color coded.
I was going to say,
So wherever you
literally
look
color
from,
coded.
whatever's green, you're able to leave, like go through. So like, if you're on the field The staging room, that'll be red. The dead tunnels will be green. Whereas on the other side of it, they'll be red on the dead tunnels and green on the staging. I think we're just going to do it with netting. Just a small section of like red netting.
Yeah.
Small section of green
tape,
netting.
paint, chalk, anything.
We looked at doing like paint and all that, but you'd have to paint the netting. I don't know if it'll stick properly.
Oh, I was thinking the wall. Well, yeah, whatever works in it.
So, to stop the ricochets.
Speaking of new systems, do you reckon we'll have the paintball rules set up for the 3, or is that just for the league? If we even are doing that?
It's kill base for the 3-man.
I was going to say...
Is it just straight kill base?
Straight kill based, yeah, win based instead of points.
Okay. That should be spice up a little bit.
Because obviously, me and McSwain had not an argument. We had
a heated conversation.
I wouldn't even say that. It's such like it was just a bit of a debate because we were always very staying on points based because it's a bit of a nightmare because it's too easy to draw with another team. Obviously, if it's not points based, because if you look at points, it's so difficult to draw, like if it's points based on the leaderboard rather than anything else. And then I was like, everyone likes points. Everyone likes to be able to, do it like strategy based. He was like, no, people want kill based, so he put up a story with a poll on it and absolutely decimated it. So I was like, yeah, fair enough, mate. I'll go.
I get it to an extent, but I don't know. I feel like it takes a dynamic away in a sense. I know you're saying, it's easy to not have draws and stuff, but it's like you said, it's the strategy side of it. Right, so we've got to do this. So you'll place people on the field in this way, or if they're going to do this because we know how this team plays, we'll do this, not just.
Plus,
I'm going to sit in my bunker and just shoot at a wall.
Yeah, you'll look at like teams and go, right, this team might be a bit more difficult. Let's just try and do the basic kind of stuff. Yeah. This team might be a bit easy. Let's go for max points on this game.
Yeah.
Put everything into doing like a live hang, stuff like that. So like people can like really strategize what they're doing throughout.
Well, it's what we did to beat Fast Gang and get the 3rd place that time because we saw that gap with the structure of our games. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I don't agree, but it's like you said, you've got to go with majority and try it.
Points based, which is what we've been testing all year. We've got that format down to a T now. But the 3-man will be kill based just to.
It's worth giving it a go.
I've always said it could be better. Ever since the beginning, I've always said whatever we do will be what the players want. And obviously, he's put the poll up, and that's what the players have asked for. So we will do what the players have asked for. We don't like stray away from that.
No.
So is that 10-minute timers or just normal timers as is?
No, it's standard. It'll have to be. Well, we're debating if it's going to be rounds based or time based because it depends on how many teams we get onto it. We're nearly fully booked, though. To be fair.
Jeez.
I think I've only got 2 spaces left.
Speed Cartel 7.
Yeah. Someone's asked, I don't know if you've already gone over this when you did a live stream about the paintball system that you're introducing.
Yeah.
Do you know your 10-minute game thing?
Yeah.
Someone's asked, is there going to be a towel system?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So it'll be in the dead tunnel, so you can just press it. Towel just means like it's just like a forfeit.
Oh,
right. Fair enough. They can have this game.
Oh, okay.
Because basically the way that it works is timed. So like you could have games that run 20 seconds or the full 7 minutes. You might do one game. Just however quick you can get through them. There'll be a mercy rule in there as well. But let's say on the 3-man, we'll probably do like a 7-minute timer or something to make sure that we don't overrun it too badly. It's however many points you can get in that 7 minutes without hitting the mercy. But if there's a towel in the tunnel, if say 2 of your players get wiped and they're still 3 up, instead of letting it waste another 20 or 30 seconds, you can just towel it, get back into the stage and get ready and go back out there again and try and give it a better go the next time round.
Okay.
How many rounds do you get, or is it just a time slot?
Just a time. So obviously there'll be a mercy rule in there, like I said. But if there's no mercy, then it's however many games you can get in that 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's cool actually. To try that, interesting.
The 3-man will be 7 minutes anyway, but the 5-man will be more.
Sounds like we're gonna have to pull some coding out.
Yeah, we'll have a chat about it, don't worry.
God, if you've got short games, you're going to be knackered.
You got to think some teams though will strategy in that way of trying to make them quick games because they know they can do it, and they could they know they could just knacker out the other team by doing it.
Or do the opposite and be very defensive.
Or run the timer.
To be fair, you can wipe everyone and just sit down.
Yeah.
Just let the timer go.
If you've ever watched paintball, some of the players they'll sit there and they'll do spinners. They'll just put the gun on the ground and just do a spinner, have a bit of a laugh at that, and just wait for them to towel it.
Jeez.
It's just playing the clock. It's what it's called. Or they'll wait until the last couple of seconds and then tap the buzzer, like the button on the back, because there'll be a button on each breakout wall, and that's how you'll end the game, is by pressing that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to figure out how not to get that smashed.
Good luck with that, Kieran.
I'm going to encase it.
Guessing that's your
I was going to say put it in the box.
It'll have to be about 5 foot high or something.
That's like put your hand in a box from underneath.
Yeah, so it'll be...
Can we have a step at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll have a little
ladder.
step for you, Luke. It'll be alright.
That should definitely spice things up, definitely.
Also, someone else has asked.
Bunkers with me.
Someone in chat called Mango's asked.
What's that?
I've still got sub-air bunkers in the garage. I've just seen there.
Oh, yeah.
Someone there, sub-air bunkers.
Screw it.
It's cool when people use them inside, using like the bags and that.
It's so funny.
Get him.
I think you should do it for free, man, Luke.
Get a comp going with sub-air bunkers.
I reckon it'd be quite cool. I
think it'd be pretty good.
It would.
I like
the ricochets though.
Oh, the ricochets would be hellish.
Oh gosh!
Like I just bunker someone with ricochets.
Hitting it off a Dorito and hitting the back and all that from it.
Like you're moving out that bunker whether you like it or not.
Will there be training day for the free man? Yeah, they training day for free man. Yeah.
So that been the the free man's only one day into it.
Yeah, standard one day event.
The league's two days over 2 days, right?
That's only because it's got 2 divisions.
5-man.
Yeah.
The 2 divisions are both days.
Yeah.
So all the group stages is Saturday and Sunday morning for both divisions. It's just kind of mixed in.
Yeah.
And then obviously Sunday club is like what we want people to want to do.
Group stage, knockouts, or finals.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Say was that 2-night here at B&B then, Hicks?
I'll open
more stuff to organise.
I say, Luke,
to be fair,
you need to get the beds in safe zone. Screw it. Beds aren't safe zone.
I mean, I slept in the shop.
I've camped in worse places.
If anyone wants to have a CQB game on the Saturday nights and stuff, we'll open them up.
With lights off.
Yeah, we can do it with lights off.
Speaking of it, camping in worse places, AI 500 by any chance, Hicks?
I don't know what the worst one is actually.
That was pretty bad. Cold one, that.
I don't know.
The worst one.
The abandoned shopping centre was alright sleeping.
Did you play AI 500, Zach?
No.
Right.
No, even when he was a mill simmer, he was terrible at that and all.
God, AI 500.
No, Callum, the worst place we've staged got to be the July 5-man comp, where you had a spunky headboard.
Oh, gosh. Is that
the one where my room looked like... I don't know if that's stream appropriate, actually.
let's just say it was a bad
it was a bad buy, that one.
It was definitely so.
Where was it? Where were you staying?
Where was it, Hicks? Remember?
I'm not even sure. It was round the corner from the site as well. But literally, me and Guy, there was just some dude who was like, "Do you want some drugs?" I was like, "No, not really."
Oh gosh, no, that was a rough one.
Not weekend of airsoft without that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now going back though, the divisions. Is it down to you to release them, or the teams got control of if they tell people what division they're going in?
That's up to them. We'll be releasing them in January, beginning of February time.
Okay.
So it's not going to be secret like the 3-man and the 5-man standalone events. It's going to be what everyone's used to with us. You know, the good old rulebook 3 weeks out, layout 2 weeks out, teams 1 week out.
Yeah.
But the league, obviously the rulebook's going to drop beginning of February, with every bit of detail I can possibly think of in there. All of the teams will drop beginning of February as well. And the layouts will be 2 weeks before.
Okay. And I know there's going to be loads of people thinking this. I can imagine there's a few. Are Row B going to be coming back, or is that?
Yeah, they've messaged me.
Are they expecting them?
Yeah,
back in the UK?
looking up scoring, it's like with
I
all
saw
the
something
cheating.
about that the other day.
Yeah, with all the cheating.
That was all of that. I still want to know who it was because that clip was wild.
Oh, the clip! Have you seen? Have you seen
the clip?
it?
The clip was mad.
One that walks, put up that one.
Yeah, the one that walks.
The forearm warrior.
Whew.
Yeah.
It's
always difficult to watch when you're watching it on your phone. Though it's always difficult to say. I mean, it looks like that happened, but it's always difficult to say. Really,
I mean,
it was like miss, definite.
Yeah,
and then there was a few more misses, and then when he got to it, I was like, nah, there's not a chance.
Arm shot, but again, like a phone's not massive, like
no, and the quality's terrible.
I slowed it down, and there was definitely a couple that landed on that clip.
But at the end of the day, though, it is airsoft, isn't it?
It's gonna happen, though, isn't it?
I just don't understand the ones for me. Obviously, Kieran knows when like the SOT training's on, I kick off for people, but if you ever cheat in your own training or in like that kind of stuff,
the training that gets me.
Like that.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
I don't think you should be cheating at all.
Yeah.
But that's like next level.
Training, it's like, are you stupid?
Yeah, if you're going to cheat for money, that's one thing. Cheating for fake points in training is sad.
I'm glad you're bringing VAR into place because for that £8,000 prize pot, there's going to be a lot of cheating.
It's terrible.
It is. Mr. Moneybags.
It's unreal.
But that is a point. With the three-man layout,
the amount will go up there. £8,000 only for 2025.
Yeah.
With the three-man layout, obviously because bunker's quite big compared to everywhere else, are you condensing it?
Same size thing.
Or is it going to be full? Oh, right, okay.
Will it be less,
I just wondered.
Would it be less like bunkers than we usually used to, though? Or is it still going to be the same amount?
It'd probably be the same amount, but we'll probably... The way that we design the layouts at the moment is we make sure that there's at least 5 primaries off break.
Yeah.
So when we design a 3-man layout, we'll only have to make sure that there's 3 primaries off break. So the layout might change. He'll probably still... I don't know. He might still be able... I haven't designed the 3-man layout yet.
Was the old bunker the same size? Boundaries-wise? Yeah.
Bit smaller,
do you know what?
It's slightly smaller.
To be fair, because
that works fine.
Full-size paintball field, which was obviously bigger than like indoor bunker now. But we used to reduce the size of the field, didn't we? So it might be about the same size, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that worked fine. I just wondered.
I only know the size of indoor bunker.
I suppose the types of bunkers you had made it different, because obviously that last one you did, you had that big-ass tower in the middle.
Yeah.
Twin towers.
Yeah, temple was brutal.
Kieran, was you around like when the outdoor bunker was there?
Yeah.
I can't remember seeing you.
I didn't even know you existed, to be fair.
Who were it at the last 3-man bunker outdoor that were running to throw a red flag at someone and he fell straight on his ass? Were it Costa or Leon?
No,
a few times.
I know for a fine fact it was Morgan because...
Was it?
There were Morgan and someone else. Quite
Costa
a big lad.
Well.
It might have been Leon or Ash.
Nah, Costa went flying.
No, Ash never went over. Leon's went over. Costa's went over at bunker. The best one is... My favourite one was me and Morgan because we were both watching the guy who was going to early break because he didn't have his gun on the bunker. He had one hand on it instead. Me and Morgan were both watching him going like, you know, we could both tell like he's mine, leave him alone. And he early breaks. Morgan flags him. He's got diggers on, by the way, so he's got studs. Manages to go ass over tit, eats shit straight away, and I run after him and I pull him. So I'm sat there going, fuck you, Morgan and all this, and he's like, you can do one as well.
Was you reffing then, Kieran, back then still?
Yeah.
I've reffed loads. I've reffed more than I've played.
I say
the only time I've seen Kieran play was at the SWAT.
Yeah.
I've done a bunker one as well when all of our guns died.
Oof.
Don't talk about SWAT.
Yeah, I did the SWAT one. Did a 5-man at bunker. That claimed all of our guns and half our players.
Yeah.
I'm shocked we didn't have more breakages.
Oh, you're on about Swamp Comp, is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
Swamp Comp was savage.
Swamp Comp was... Yeah,
there we go. So, I've just looked up like some of the old layouts from us, and the old 3-man, so if anyone remembers the September 3-man that we did at Outdoor Bunker, the field on that is the exact same size as the indoor bunker now.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
I did wonder. I thought it was similar.
It's like, what, 60 foot? 60, 70 foot by 110
Something like
foot,
that.
so it's pretty much the exact same size.
Yeah. So, Kieran, are we expected to see you on the field next season?
100%. I'm back. I think
I'm
think
back.
we've got-
Yeah, it's got to be certain. It's got to be I'm back or.
He doesn't have a
no,
choice.
I'm back. We've got someone who can take over my role. Harvey's going to do the website now, so
Okay.
I'm not needed.
Nah, it'd be good to see
Yeah,
you.
put him through the window.
See you
Yeah,
on the
no.
field.
Till there's a breakdown.
Yeah, till
I'm back.
he absolutely like starts kicking off in that box and just fling him through the plexi.
So when you see SOT
Could you
next year
imagine
with
him
4
like
people
shoot
on
someone and
field,
go to pull up?
it's because Kieran's gone back in box.
Speaking of venues, has anyone seen the Berserker?
Yeah, they're opening one.
They
aren't
messaged me about it actually, and I
Yeah,
was like, I'm
they're
not
setting up
about 200 miles away.
Yeah, it's a bit far for some of us. I can't achieve a favour for you in that, Curtin. But yeah, they're setting one up, aren't they? Have you spoken to them all?
It's Suffolk, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's probably about 3 days for them.
Yeah. it's
Playing
a bit far
a
for them.
ferry and a boat.
It is, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, a
it's 4
ferry, you know
hours,
what? A
it's 4 hours,
ferry
Callum.
down the side
What-
might actually be
what's that,
faster.
Zach?
It's 4 hours from me.
Yeah, 4
How's
hours.
it only 4 hours from you, but it's 4 hours 20 from me?
I've got 440.
Because you're
But that's
going,
Suffolk, though.
you're going down and he's going across.
No, because you're Leeds way, aren't you?
I live in
Leeds,
Barnsley.
Bradford.
Barnsley.
Or Barnsley.
Barnsley.
Guess what? Sheffield way?
One with more
Yeah,
toes.
I shouldn't be only 20 minutes longer. Because I come
I'm
past,
sure
like,
it's 4 hours for me.
the way I'll go down the A1 and the M1 and all that.
It's just over 3
Where
for
is
us.
it again?
Suffolk, I think, wasn't it?
Something
I
like
think
that.
I think it is Suffolk, yeah.
It's literally right on the coast, in the bottom
Yeah, like literally.
northeast corner.
Savage Arena, let's have a look.
But yeah,
So
He
from me.
messaged me.
Oh
He's
no,
based on the
sorry.
guy I was talking last year.
I tell a lie.
How far is it
It's
from you?
3 hour 30.
Oh, 3:30. That's
To be fair, I'm quite shocked how close it is to our time. But I suppose it's like that.
Do you know where we need to go back, Hicks?
Go on.
Dan, Sheffield.
We do play, you just don't attend anymore. You've got your cool
busy.
friends now.
I tell you what we hadn't done.
We're literally playing this weekend.
Have you
Did
played the CQB at a district yet?
No, I really want to.
That's
And
what
I,
we need to do. We need to set like a private day up.
what
or
I
something.
was, that's exactly what I want to do. Is I want to make it a decent private day.
A private day.
I might see where I'm at
days.
around my birthday. Sort
Yeah.
something around.
I
there.
mean, I'm game for that. I've not played it yet, so and it looks pretty good.
I think that
I'm sure our lot would come up for CQB day.
You've
No,
played
I
it
bet
before,
I
haven't
would.
you, Zach?
Yeah.
Give me at least a week or two. Well, give me at least a week.
No, we'll
Well, this is your pre-warning, and it's 8 months from now.
Yeah.
I think I might need a little bit more notice.
Yeah, 12 months.
Right, we'll book it. We'll book
months
it for
from now, we'll have all
2026
slots
then.
done in there.
To be fair, me and Curtin played in there the other week and it was sound.
It does look pretty good to be
For the
fair.
first time I've
So,
been
it's so fun to play.
Genuinely.
Looks good.
I like vertical play.
Hicks.
I know not everyone's
Hicks,
a fan.
you'd be a right cunt in there, you. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we've got
Oh,
another
yeah.
2 staircases going in as well. We've got
Another
how many bridges
2?
was it? We've got
3.
bridges, 6 new bridges going in. 3 on courtyard, 2 next to close spawn.
Oh,
one
yeah, we're
next
doing
to
the
Little
close
Orange.
spawn. Yeah, God, yeah.
So 6
I was
new
going to say, because
bridges
you've got
going
some
in.
bits that are like half bits, haven't
Yeah.
you, that could go.
So we
up.
like we like figure eights. So we've got like 3 separate zones, what we call, and then between them 3 separate zones, the whole upstairs will have like a figure 8 bridge system, so you can always have flow.
I can't remember what that Halo 2 map is, but it just reminds me of that.
But then
That's
what
why
we
I
do,
do it.
then each zone has got a separate style. So the first bit's going to be like a maze, where it's all really, really close quarter CQB, a lot of doorways, a lot of like paths and stuff. Second bit's going to be what we call Main Street, so it's a lot more open, more longer shots, that kind of stuff. And then the third bit is what we call Courtyard, which is based around a central building, which has got loads of vantage points across the whole thing of it. So it's getting like a massive redesign at the
Big
moment.
upgrades then, big upgrades.
We've been doing loads of lighting and everything. We can like individually control the lighting of each room separate from upstairs and downstairs, so we can turn like certain downstairs lights off, certain upstairs, all from the com box.
Get some low cuts so I can shoot people in the ankles. That's my favourite thing to do. That's my favourite thing to do.
But yeah, the combox isn't only there for live streaming. It controls all the lighting for CQB, all the smart arena stuff.
You got smoke and stuff.
That's right.
Smoke and that.
So we've got smoke machines, yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Smoke machines, strobe lights, UVs, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
mag flash.
We definitely need to book a private day there.
You don't allow mag flash?
No, he does.
I mean,
not anymore.
If it's a private, I'd probably allow it. It's only like standard game days we don't allow them for.
They're horrible. Last time, where were we, Hicks? We're at your house.
Yeah, what, when I knocked out Aiden's earrings and laid on the floor?
Confined room. And Hicks just fucking throws a 12 gauge in there. We all death for about 5 minutes.
I don't know what grenade it was, but you know Michael at Killhouse. He gave us some grenade that he was like, oh yeah, these aren't supposed to be over here. And obviously it was outside of the walk, and we were just chatting away before we drove home. And I know, give us one. We went into remember the old dark room right in the centre?
Yeah.
Went into there. There was about 4 or 5 of us, and I just went, fucking yeet. And all of us walked out, didn't know what day of the week it was or anything.
Mate, that was from Morgan.
Knocked us for 6.
Well, the mag flashes. Oh, they're nasty, they are. The mag flashes are like the same decibel as 209s. They just send sparks and shit everywhere. They just look cool. Light rooms up.
Yeah, I think it was Morgan, Adam, someone else. We got some of them remote ones, and we couldn't set off with the lifers. We sat there pressing the detonator and everything. So everyone leaves, and there's just 3 of them left in the main street pressing the button. And out of nowhere, you hear the loudest bang ever and 3 squeals. We come in, and Morgan's in fetal position. Someone's walked away, took the top off. Adam's holding his ears, squealing. It was insane. They're all
that reminds me of a guy
facing it point blank, just pressing the button, trying to get it to go off, and it just blows up in their face.
Satch, were you there when Guy set himself on fire?
What?
Think so, yeah.
I think that was my favourite pyro fail ever. That the cap had come off. The cap had come off, turned upside down in his trouser, struck itself. So he's gone to pull it out, and all you hear is this bang. And I was like, for fuck's sake. So I go around the corner, and all you see is half of his shirt's gone.
Oh, no.
Trousers gone. I was like, for God's sake. He was lucky it rained, and his undershirt was wet, because I think he'd have been fucked otherwise. But
gosh.
I think the closest.
So he's now on a pyro ban.
Is what?
I don't know. Do you remember that, Kieran? Morgan, when he was sat at the top of the stairs and a grenade went off into his ass.
Oh yeah, was a flashbang 7 million or something. Left a scorch mark.
Oh yeah, no, nasty they are.
To be fair, were you there when we had the? Were you there when we had the bad batch of Mark Fives that blew up in your hand?
Definitely wasn't.
Yeah, we had a batch of Mark Fives, and there was 5, 6 of them or something that would just instantly go off when you struck them. Forget the fuse, it just blew up.
Oh,
I don't like pyro, me.
I'm not a fan of pyro.
BFG's for the win.
Right, Claymore.
I use reusables.
What,
reusable?
No, like them.
Yeah.
Not a Quake. Ones that actually work.
I was just about to say that's if they actually decide to go on.
I forgot what these are called. It's not a Quake though.
Is that not a Quake? That's a Quake, isn't it?
No, it's not a Quake. It's a
the one before Alpha Tech.
Yeah.
The even worse version.
It's gone off every time. No, it hasn't, to be fair.
I would say
sometimes it's dodgy primers though.
My Quake never went off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, BZ got some different ones in there, were coated, and a lot of people at District, anyways, kept saying now they switched to them new ones or something. Every single one was going off, no problem.
Yeah,
there is a mod on the pin that you can do. Yeah, that's you can change the pins and it makes them more reliable.
So
can't be a good old tremor.
Yeah.
Sean was
the
saying
new ones
he
look
had
good.
some of the old primers and he kept having issues.
Yeah.
He went and bought some new ones from BZ and he had some mad coating or something on the actual primer itself. And ever since he put them in, go off every single time.
Mine had a different colour paper at the bottom and they were softer. I found they were a lot better.
It'd be sensitivity and everything though, isn't it? Be 1,000,001 different things that go into them.
That's it. What's how odd you throw it and all. Some people put them in walls.
when you see people trying to eat the fuckers. And
Nah, I saw someone
put so dangerous.
Someone put them in a glass cupboard before and stood around it. That was amazing.
Oh, yeah, that is not smart.
I'm going to say a name and you'll know immediately. It was David.
Oh, no.
I think he did it.
Always David's.
Oh,
I can't remember where it was, but he put it in a glass cabinet and you just see the whole door come flying off and like, yeah, that was brutal.
Oh, God.
I think David's are just riddled with tism.
Yeah.
Just airsoft in general, I don't think, like, how stupid can some people be, though?
Literally.
So when, remember, it wasn't you.
Well, it's high and low functioning.
Yeah. We had a couple of lads in that bought, a few Mark 5s from us. And we said, like, we are very, very, like, stern when we sell them to anyone. It's like, once that fuse lights, you get rid of it immediately. You don't fuck around. You don't,
Cook it.
Minute
it's not COD.
Minute it sparks, you got any kind of fuse from it, yeet it, get rid. And we walked over to one of the buildings and some guy striked it and started looking. I went, fucking drop it then, you dickhead. And he's just looking at me and went, fucking drop it now. And then he just drops it in front of me. Oh, that was a fucking waste. What the fuck are you doing? I genuinely don't get it. Like, do you like your hands or not?
Like that, it sucks when one goes off in your hands. It's not fun.
I've never had it.
It's never happened to me, luckily.
Anyone
no, never happened to me either.
Can you remember Bish Hicks?
Yeah.
I think at one of the AI 500 ones, someone obviously lobbed a pyro, and I think it literally landed on his back and went off on his back. And I saw it from there, and it was just this massive red mark. It looked horrible.
They were proper math and all.
If it went off in your hand.
That's the only one that I've seen, and that looked bad, that did.
How much damage do you reckon if it went off, like, in your hand?
Like, if you're holding a clenching or that.
It'd blow your glove up. Have you not seen the guy that did it?
I've seen the video of it happening, but I've not seen the aftermath of it.
Was it the Ascension Research man? He literally blew his hand up.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
I'm sure you could. If I remember correctly, I'm sure you could see bone. That's how far it went.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not surprised, but, like,
I'm sure that required surgery.
What the, like, actual damage would be if, like, you had hold of it and it went off in your hand.
Well, the thing is the mixes are supposed to be to a standard. They're not. You get one that's got slightly more than another. It's going to do more damage.
I probably shouldn't have googled that.
Yeah, I bet that's minging.
Just Google Mark 5 aftermath, and the next thing I know, someone's dropping a grenade in a room of people. So that's
gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe not you want to be watching.
I'm not clicking that link.
In Reddit subpages and that.
Straight to live leak.
So throwing it back to a little bit of Speedsoft then. Start with you, Kieran. What's SOT's plans for the future?
Well,
Besides
we're currently
washed.
So we're going to work on that.
Yeah,
to be fair, we've been pretty consistently
fourth. Training, haven't you?
Yeah, we're back training. We used to do weekly training. We used to do it weekly, but we fell off at some point. I don't know why, but we've been consistently fourth, and then that last comp, it all just went to hell. To be fair,
take notes from Speed Cartel.
We were like half was with guests, so it's
the UKC,
to be expected.
You want a jersey? Here you go.
It might not have been the result that we wanted, but I know for sure Miles, he loved it from beginning to end. He really
to be fair,
enjoyed it.
If Miles wasn't so far away, I'd have him back.
That's
I'd
what
have
I mean.
him straight on the team in a heartbeat.
He'd be there all the time. He said straight away, like after the comp, he's like, "I'm hooked. When am I buying?"
He just needs to move house, really.
Yeah.
That's all I'm hearing.
Keep houses up here.
Literally.
Bring him to north.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
I'm not surprised with the weather.
We've got Palmos, so that makes up for it.
Palmos are elite.
Yeah,
SOT are back. We had a training session the other day. We've picked up another player. We've got our eyes on a couple more. Yeah.
Nice.
To be fair, genuinely, I couldn't walk the next day. I'm glad I was working from home because I had to crawl from that bed to this chair. It was bad.
What did you do?
Did you
really throw it up?
Did you do the training?
I had people hugging buckets. I had someone throw up.
Oh gosh.
We had multiple.
What did you do?
Real training?
Just did an 8-hour training session hard.
Yeah.
We didn't do points.
But when you're out of it, it hurts. Because like even when I was learning to slide and dive, because it's not something I've used or done, that hurt.
I mean, we started with 5 laps and 2 sprints just to warm up, so that killed off people immediately.
Yeah, that set a pace for the. But the thing is that also like told me and Morgan like can't make that.
Yeah, it's just figuring out
we dropped two people in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, immediately.
So we were like, maybe we need to calm this down.
Hashtag thank you.
Nearly called an ambulance after that session, not gonna lie.
No, that's great.
Why? What's someone put?
We did like a thing called like pyramid runs. So what you had to do like 3 laps around the arena, and then you stopped. You went into a squat. There was no breathing, like no like waiting or anything. As soon as you finished, into a squat, into a plank. You're like no stop for a minute breather or whatever. No, straight into a plank, into a squat, into a suicide. Plank. Then another 3 laps, into a squat, into a plank, into 2 laps, squat plank, 2 laps squat plank, 1 lap squat plank, 1 lap squat plank, and then 1 lap sprinting.
Bloody hell!
Not even I'm in shape, and that sounds horrible.
That sounds brutal.
That's why we lost a few people.
We did a lot of like stuff to kind of. It was just a day of brutality, really, because we figured out where everyone's breaking point was, and we found it out really quick. And then from that, we then went through all the
paid torture.
Pretty much, yeah. I loved every minute of it.
That sounds good to be fair.
And it was just all the basic drills. Split everyone up to what they didn't need to be doing. So we put people onto stuff that they needed, figured out where everyone's weaknesses were, and then from that one 8-hour training session, now I know what every person in that team needs to work on. And because what's the point if someone can slide perfectly fine? What's the point in putting them on another training session to go and slide again? There's no point. Work on the stuff that they actually need. But you have to have that one shit training session where everyone hates. To find where the problems are, really. And then Kieran found out the hard way about teamwork as well, didn't you?
No, that was fully intentional. Come on.
That was hilarious, that though.
I loved every second. I can't lie.
What happened? You turned around and you went, we did the pyramid thing, so we did the sprints, and he came up to me afterwards and he went, do you know what? I preferred the sprints to work. I went, no worries, mate. I said, give us another lap, sprint. And then he came back and he just started laughing. And I went, just be glad that I didn't make everyone do it with you. And he went, do you know what? It'd be quite funny though, wouldn't it? And I just looked at him and went, I'll give you one chance to take that back. And he went, no, but it would be quite funny, wouldn't it? I said, right, everyone line up. And I made everyone do it. And once they did their 1 lap of sprints, I said, afterwards you can go and thank Kieran for it, and made Kieran wait at the beginning. It teaches the basic rule.
Should have made him do a gauntlet.
I did 6 sprints. Everyone else did 2, and they all thanked me at the end. It was perfect.
It was just to teach a basic lesson. If one of you's fuck up as a team, all of yous collectively have fucked up. Like you don't do it. Like if you're on the field and you're playing a game and one of yous make a major mistake, you're all going to pay for that.
Yeah.
But even within training, you learn that you've got to keep each other right.
Yeah, I watched Chris collapse at one point. I think we took that picture shortly after the funny story.
Oh yeah. No, that's class to be fair. And to be fair, you know what it reminds me of? I'm not gonna lie, the new thing that OB's doing with the Zach was saying, the sheet, and they're jotting down like your progression each session. Is that right, Zach?
Yeah.
So like
that's pretty good.
Yeah, so each session they'll obviously do some kind of drill, and like depending on how you see how you improved and that. I think that's pretty good.
Imagine reading that back, still terrible.
Comments from
devastating.
Comments from whoever's taking the notes. Still terrible. Missed every shot.
No, so it was basically just a big training session. You'd warm up at the beginning. You'd run through a few points so they could see where you were at, and then you go into drills. Some of the drills were like learning how to hold someone into a bunker.
Yeah.
So if you're in a bunker wall with someone, say Hicks is at D4, I'm at D4. And we're fighting out. Once you've got him pinned in that bunker, don't stop.
Yeah. You don't drop.
Yeah, that's don't stop pinning him, because as soon as you stop pinning him, he's going to peek out and shoot you back.
Yeah.
It'll basically just
like weird with your shooting as well. Otherwise,
yeah, exactly. Like they were teaching us, because like there were some people just shooting in one spot, and they basically put you aside. You said you don't want to shoot in one spot. You want to shoot top, where they can jump, the bottom, and the middle. So you're shooting like 4 different angles at once, but making sure he can't peek from none of them angles.
Yeah,
because I take it for granted.
Well. Like 2, then 3, then 1, then 4, then 2, then 4, then whatever.
Yeah. Because common sense isn't, and I really noticed that last comp. And it's harder when you train on your own, but I was trying to explain this to my lot. I was like, I kind of have to play your position to understand what you're not doing, to then explain it to you. So like you said, if you just sat staring at a bunker, shooting at the same spot, you're useless. Someone's just going to see that beam, come the other way, bang. Especially on Castle, because Sonny really struggled to move away from it. He's like, I don't know where to look. I was like, but even if you're putting rounds down, if you're taking the heat off, say, Adam on D1, he can peek, he can then hem them in, you can shoot somewhere else. It's just that constant like application of pressure, and it's hard to explain unless you've done it. Yeah. So I think that is a really good drill, in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
I like the one that Rush was doing for movement. They were doing like, what was it, the conga? No. What's the one with the ball?
Yeah, I saw that one. The one with
what is
rope
it?
Going across the field, and they had to obviously slide before.
Slide under it.
That was really cool, to be fair. I saw that. That'd be a
limbo.
Cool...
That's limbo, it. Slide in limbo.
That looked like
what is another good drill? Like, people might find it pointless, but another good drill is doing 10-second breakouts.
Yeah, we did a lot of them.
Did a lot of that with Legion, didn't we, on that training?
No.
Yeah, we were on about doing stuff like that.
Doing what you need to think, doing it again.
See, it's the same.
We were on about that.
We were doing that as well. We had it between two bunkers, two Doritos, a staple in the middle, so you knew there was a split between it.
Yeah.
You'd slide under one, but you'd Superman under the other. So they're like two different drills, but then we did a hip slide like comp as well. So you put two people against each other. Whoever got to 6 good hip slides first won. The other person had to do squats.
I found I can't hip slide on my left.
Yeah,
breakouts are important.
In the chat now, the one with the rope, it looked really good drill, that. It teaches you obviously to get low fast, which is good. But Zach, I'll ask you, what's the plans with Speed Cartel for next year? What do you want to achieve?
First place, really, but it's going to be a tough fight. Like last comp, I'm sure Team 2 shocked a lot of people. But fair, yeah,
Team 1 shocked more. Can't lie.
It's the curse of being Team 1. Every time.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, I think it's just beginner captain luck.
Nah, not
at all.
You fought for that. Don't even do that.
Yeah, no, you played that well. I can't remember who said it, but someone said obviously you ruled without your emotions. You just obviously went for the.
It's not just that. Like our team, it's more than just a team. It's just a big friend group. We all talk outside of it. We all go out, do shit. We all go for meals. But when I went on that field, Kieran said to me on the way to the comp, Zach, today, Sam, Ellis, Joe, everyone, they're not your mates. They're your teammates. Don't treat them as your friends. Be as brutal as you want, and do what you think's best for the team.
Best way to do it.
So it was just a case of me being a cunt to them to get them to do what I want them to do.
I think it benefited that they listened. I think that was your biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like when we were versing Legion, like Ellis kept overpeaking because I said to him like, "Look, this game's play defensive. Don't overpeak. Hold your lanes. Just lock the field down." And it did work because I feel like when at rounds against Legion, they didn't.
It's when we come closest against them.
Yeah,
so I agree.
I expected them to storm the field with us. But I feel like they took the time and they were a bit nervous to push up that field.
The thing is, you can't really storm the field with that layout.
No, I see their change of play a lot.
It has to be off break. It's going to take some effort to do.
Like I spoke to Harry about it, and he says that layout actually really suits our play style.
Yeah.
Like it's a strong layout for us. So already then I knew they were getting first place and stuff like that. But like, can't remember if it was round 2 or round 3 against Legion. But we did nearly win because there were 2 of us stacked up on D1, me and Joe. So McSwain shot Joe out. He didn't know I was still in D1. So McSwain's ran down D side, shot him out. I've turned. I think there were Kyle, Morgan, and someone else maybe. So I shot them 2 in the field, but I didn't know Rebel were running down the D side. So he's come round, shot me back at head. That lost us that round. But next year, I don't know.
Can do so much.
That's the thing with Legion. They've got a kill count and they will just push the field.
Yeah.
That's the thing other teams struggle with quite a bit.
It's the experience thing. McSwain said it how many times. It's just an experience thing. They've been doing this for a long time.
Look at that round where it was a 5v2 Kyle and McSwain versus 5 TSI players.
Yeah.
They held that field down. TSI was not getting up that field.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was such a strong cross.
Yeah, the field was rough.
A lot
for
of
the
people
crossing.
struggle when they cross up because I realised it when me and Ellis did it. When you're crossing, just hold your lane, watch your lane, don't worry about anything else that's going your side. Your other player should be watching that.
To be honest, I
But
think
Ellis
that was SOT's biggest issue on this comp. There was too much switching lanes and letting go of lanes.
Yeah, exactly. Ellis's biggest issue was he was too worried. So he'd start looking over like Snake's paw or looking to the right of it, looking down lane. And like it got to a point where I literally started screaming at him. I said, it got to a point when it comes to, I said, look, Ellis, if you don't fucking listen, mate, you might as well walk off field. Because what you're doing is not helping this situation we're in.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Can't teach game sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And next year, I don't know. I know we're in Div 1. It's going to be a tough fight. But hopefully, we can get podium again. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Show up, try his best. Keep his heads in game.
Yeah.
Do what we can.
And Hicks, what about Flashbang? What's your plans?
Well, we were looking at taking a step back because I noticed there's a lot of things I would like to work on, and I think for me, doing the smaller stuff and focusing on training is more important.
Yeah.
For where we're at, because it's all well and good saying this person could do this person could do that, and this works with this person, and then we can kind of filter the people that can't do everything in this way. But then you start to get really big gaps. So if something goes wrong, somebody dislocates their shoulder, it presents a lot of issues, and then it's hard to work around that. I can play comfortably in most places. It doesn't bother me. I could sit at the back wing, happy. I go sneak sliding into box, maybe hit someone on a gamble. It doesn't bother me. But I think it's that level of trying to get everybody on that page of, you might need to do this.
Yeah.
Go for it. So I just think for now, that's the right thing to do for everyone else. Especially when there's the level of money on the line that there is. Like, I don't want to say, oh, look, fork out X amount of money. Probably not going to win. It's just, I don't know. It's just
on
a bit
side
naff.
note, by the way, how is his shoulder?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, he's all good. I did check in with him the other day, and he had an appointment. But I think it's more recovery than anything with stuff like that. It's more recovery than anything in it. I don't know if he's done it too many times this year. Can't remember if we had that conversation since.
Even when he done it on the field, I think he said that was like his third time this year or something, or second time this year, was it? And that's the problem. Like, if it's already been done a couple of times, like it's already loose. Like, it's just a risk to go again now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we watched it back, we were like, that dive was fucking terrible.
Yeah, he went straight.
I'm shocked you didn't do more damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, just went
He
straight.
went like
everything went and it just pulled
like this, and then just went forward, and you watched it pop, and I was like, that's vile.
Literally, all I heard was like to stop the field and all that, and then we jumped up, didn't we? We were like,
Mate,
what the fuck's going on here?
The speed of you to get on that field.
I turned round and he was gone.
It was gone.
It's like when I nearly got cleaned out by that staple because Sonny decided to knee kick it. I was
Mate, that staple did, like,
that stopped here.
Oh, good.
Here.
The funny thing about that is I was sat there debating giving him a penalty for that. Can't lie, I was like, is that a penalty? Or has he just injured himself?
I was like, you fucking dick, we can't do that.
Nah.
To be fair, we did say it's one of those that it is a written penalty, but it's like you said, if people are like knobheads and you've seen that they've just double-footed a bunker for no reason.
Yeah, there's a difference between bunker manipulation and going arse over tape.
Getting absolutely bodied.
Yeah.
You get by a bunker.
I thought it was going to take me out.
How did he even manage to take that staple out, though? Was it like a bad slide, or... Because
No,
he
so
just
he ran it into
copied the staple, and the fucking staple just went...
So I've had it before, usually more on scale days and companies, because we had this conversation that I would rather finish my run and take a penalty than injure myself. So I think for him, he got hit mid something. Obviously, he's like squashed his leg out, so he's like overextended to stop himself, kneed the bunker on his way down, and wanged it at me.
Jeez.
But it's a hard call to make. You know, as one of them, it's like split decision. He's done that and he's hurt himself.
Yeah.
I'm too old. I can't take an injury like that. It'd do me in.
So, Kurt, I'll ask you a similar style question. I can't really ask you a team one. But what can we expect from the bunker next year?
Graphs.
Fuck it. Don't.
Absolutely.
Harvey's going to be buzzing that you've said graphs there.
But he said I had to say it.
Did he?
He messaged me, said you better mention graphs.
Basically, he's buzzing because the website now, what is it? It shows specifics on players now, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's going to start doing
So
specific
all,
player stats.
You know how we've started doing team statistics as a kind of trial for the last comp?
Yeah.
So in 2025, not only will you see a more expanded version of team statistics, you're going to start seeing player statistics as well.
Okay.
Which will then allow us to rank players and see previous.
They put it in the chat. What is actually going to list off? So it's going to be how many rounds of players played.
This is what he's aiming to, by the way, because obviously we're supporting
some of these things won't work.
Like, obviously, he has access to everything that we do.
Tell you what, let's just take Hicks for example.
You're just on the stream. So he has access to everything that we do. You know, like all the cameras, all of the after comp kind of stuff, all that kind of thing. But the actual statistics and all that kind of stuff is Harvey's job. Like, that's what he wanted to do. It was his little project. Brutally honest, I'm that busy. I couldn't do it. Like, I've got no chance of doing it. So
it's a funny picture, that one.
It's a thick shirt, that.
To be fair, just the effort going into it alone, that's going to take ages.
Yeah, it's going to be good though, because I read it over it. I didn't actually see it when he put the message in, but he put in the bunker Discord chat that obviously you're going to get how many rounds of players played, teams, how many they've played, round win percentage, round survival, OTB,
off the
break, survivability, kills, deaths, KD.
So the off the break survivability is basically how many times you can make it to your primary bunker without being shot. So like how many times can you survive off break rather than being shot off break? There's loads of like mad statistics that's going into it. Some of them I've said to him I don't think are wise to put in, like the kills, because I don't think it's easily trackable.
To be honest, I back most of them, but kills is just, it's going to be so much effort.
I was going to say, how is he actually going to like collect the data for this? Is he literally going to like watch the stream back and
he's going to sit on the stream, player by player.
He's going to just sit there and play through every game. And I said, you are absolutely nuts.
That's crazy if he pulls that off.
I mean, we have to have about 3 monitors open.
Yeah,
most of them are reasonable. It's just, I think kills is
the difficult one. I think everything else should be sound. It's just the kills.
Yeah, like hangs, grabs, minors, majors, all that can be done live. So that's not too bad. But like kills.
Genuine question. It says penalties, but then it says admin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because admins are separate penalties.
There's minors, majors, admins. There's just total penalties.
What's an admin then? I've never heard of that.
Like taking the field off. Taking the flag off the field. Early buzzers. Wrong exits. Wrong entries.
Yeah, things you do outside of the game.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Admin.
Yeah, admin.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've got a question for you. This is not like related, by the way. In fact, I'll just message you it. Just ignore me.
It's not related.
It's not related to the podcast, but I can just ask you. So are you? Oh, you're always busy. Yeah, I know that. But can you make some free time on the 22nd?
Why the 22nd?
Because we're going for a team Christmas meal, and we're inviting you, Kieran, if you want to come, Costa. Also, you can bring Stacey.
22nd Sunday.
It's going to be in Castleford at an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet place.
Oh, Chinese.
I had buffet.
Kieran's already there.
I'm there in spirit right now.
We're also going to be. Have you ever heard of Escape?
Of what?
Escape.
No.
Yeah, place in Castleford. So basically, that's where we're going for the Chinese buffet, but it's like a big indoor activity thing. So inside it, they've got skiing slopes, go-karting, laser tag.
Luke's
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Luke's about to cause
But it's going to be at 20 second. It's going to be about, I think the meal's at 6:30.
Can you imagine laser tag with a bunch of Speedsofters?
What, running around corners, out and all that.
Blind firing.
Yeah, blind firing.
No consequences.
We'll check his dye masks.
Yeah. Him sliding through the doorways.
Coming jerseys.
Padded head to toe.
It's just some random 8-year-old going, what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, if I'm free, I'll definitely come down.
Joe escaping Castleford is goated, so in for a good day.
Why have the all?
Also, if one of you two could let Costa know that is invited.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
He's probably watching this, to be fair. The
I think he's working on a microwave, isn't he?
microwave chef.
Kebab wraps.
So we got the player statistics, team statistics. What else have we got coming in? Obviously, we've got the league.
The website's going to be popping when it's done.
Oh yeah, the website's.
Definitely mention Kirton because Stacey can see this.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, we've got the VAR coming in.
So we're not spending any more money.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to spend any more money. I mean, we're up to
the VAR was donated. It was donated.
Yeah, it was. I won it in a raffle.
Yeah, NSL got a new system, so they gave Kirton old one.
Literally, yeah, that's all it was. So Stacey, yeah, I won that. I definitely didn't buy it.
No.
You need a gift certificate making.
Yeah, please. Forged receipt. But yeah, we got that coming in. Obviously, the cameras are going up to 15. There's a couple of other things coming in as well. To improve the stream, we've got field mics and all that to try and clear up the media.
They're going on the other side of the field.
Yeah, going on. But we've got 15.
Can you explain where all
dead on the other side?
It all depends on the layout. They move every comp.
Yeah.
Every single comp. When we do the layout, we then do a camera layout as well.
All the cameras.
We redo all the Ethernet cabling and
running
all
the
of the cabling for it all. We redo everything, every comp. It's annoying as fuck.
That does sound painful.
Enjoy, Kieran.
I don't know. 9 times out of 10, it's me that does most of the cameras, and then you come in and
because you're doing it during work hours when I'm working.
Yeah, there's also that. I mean, to be fair, it's
Bunker
not
is
that bad
live.
now, is it?
Nah, it's definitely got a lot easier over time.
Yeah. Finish up the combox, field mics to clearing up the audio. Doing some more bits and bobs in the commentary booth as well. I want to try and get 2 people doing commentary just so like they can bounce off each other a bit more. Because I watch back the stream because obviously when the audio comes in from Josh, I can't hear it, so it just kind of goes out. So like I don't know if it's entertaining. I don't know if it's loud enough or if it's too quiet. I don't know anything about it. So when I watched it back afterwards, I think he did a mint job.
I think he did a good job.
Genuinely, because like it was very, very like informative. Like you knew what was going on. Realistically, you could have not watched the stream and just listened to it and knew what was going on. So like if Josh wants to come back, Josh will be commentating for us. I'll try and put someone else in there just to so you can have a bit of a break, someone to bounce off, bit of a laugh, bit of banter in there as well. Trying to think what else I can say really. Obviously we've got the 3-man, the 5-man standalone, we've got the league, we've got the championship. There is another comp getting announced for next year. Which is completely separate. It's going to be about mid-year time. It's going to be a limited class.
Okay.
Limited class 3-man. I don't know if Luke's just got a message or if he's just got really intrigued at what I said there.
He's just checking you out, that's all it is.
So it's going to be basically shotguns, gas mags, that kind of thing.
Fair plays. Sounds good.
I don't think there's anything else.
Hicks is going to be running down with AK.
Yeah.
Nah, Sega.
Type 89.
Jeez.
Might make a new team just for that. New team, gas players only. Be a great time.
You got
the Milsimers.
Use your tops, your shirts.
Yes.
There you go. You were wanting to do it last comp, weren't you?
Yeah, I did.
We wear boring.
You can wear whatever you want. It's going to be like a completely separate like version of what we do. It's similar. I love the way that we do it with the limited class. Love it.
I wish it was more of a thing here. Obviously, I know you'll be doing this as a test, but I think I don't know. People can't build their guns as it is. So to limit people is already a disaster.
Yeah, we want to try and bring something in that's not only catered directly for Speedsoft as such.
AGs only.
Yeah, be
but
it
it's
like AGs,
good.
gas mags, like restrictions on it all.
Because if you we've taken the rifle player out, again, it's that other element of, right, we've got the advantage from this standpoint. I don't know. Adds more to it. I think it's called the limited class thing.
Yeah.
Gas snipers.
Something different.
Lever action.
Yeah, bolt actions only.
It'll be just mad stuff like. Imagine seeing like a game with just all like them levers things.
Springers.
Lever.
Yeah.
Springer.
Lever action.
One where you got to actually like click it every time as well.
Yeah.
Give me a Springer Glock, I'll sort them out.
Spring G36.
Absolutely clapped.
I thought I still had my little prostitute pistol, but I don't anymore.
To be fair though, a lot of modern AEGs would keep up just fine.
Oh,
They
yeah.
really would.
What would you
It's like you said. I think that's why Anarchy picked up a lot of new players. Obviously, I know there's like lesser teams that go there, but I think having that level of like, bring what you want, might be more opening for people.
Yeah, it's just to try and bridge the gap a little bit.
Yeah.
And we might give people a taste of it, but then go, oh, do you know what? Actually, I don't mind. It's like let's go to the next bit and like try something else with it. Because that's realistically, that's the only thing that's kind of holding back the whole scene at the moment is like there's a massive stigma between Speedsoft and Milsim. There's that, which is a big drawback for it, and the fact that it's not openly inviting as such, or at least I wouldn't say it is. It can be daunting. Imagine like being completely brand new and then coming to bunker.
Like I said, a lot of teams aren't bothered about it as well. I think that is the gate as well. You do see the odd person ask and don't get a response, which is a shame, really, because you kind of have to make your own team to enter.
Yeah. It'd be nice to maybe see, I don't know, maybe it's something that I could possibly try and look at pulling off for the 5-man, the open 5-man. Like a random put together team. Just say
I think we should do a draft
people, just slap them together.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea, Just getting like so players enter.
Pay for a solo ticket.
Yeah, you pay for a solo ticket, and then you literally just randomly generate the teams. I think
to be fair, do you know what?
I think that'd be a good idea.
Right, what I'll do, and I'll say it on this as well, if I can find 7 people that have never done this before, I'll like give it a complete free entry to a random team that want to get together. 7 random people, if they DM me, I'll give you a free entry into one of the 5-mans. But you've got to work together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they won't pay a penny. Come and try it out. You'll be just slapped with another 5-6 random people, just a kind of rinky-dink kind of team.
I'm going to clip that and send that
anything, so
immediately to some Milsimmers.
That's
You've got to be completely new to the
Instagram
scene,
page.
though. Not someone that's part of a team already or has already been within the scene. Completely new to the scene. If you've never done it before, let me know. And I'll do it completely free for you.
I do try and explain this to people a lot, though, because there is a lot of stigma, and it's like, realistically, you've never actually played against a Speedsofter.
Yeah.
You played against an idiot in a dye mask.
Yeah.
It's not a Speedsofter.
Yeah.
I think I said this to you, didn't I, Callum? People need to understand that there's competitive players and Speedsofters. And I don't
The thing is, if you're a skirmisher, you're all skirmishers.
Yeah.
You're all skirmishers. You just wear different kit. I'd love to see a Milsim team enter a Speedsoft comp.
They used to do it back in the Speaky B days.
I think you see in America, you see a lot of like, not genuinely like Milsims, but like the not Speedsofters play.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just take that walk on we did, for example. Who was getting spawn trapped?
Yeah.
We were the ones getting spawn trapped by a load of Milsimmers instead of, being the people that were just absolutely peppering everyone and going mad and going crazy. We're chill when it comes to a normal walk on.
Yeah, we weren't.
If you do a gas event, I'll try and make a new team. Just gas players that have never been on an arena before. I think it'll be mint.
It's going to be a 3-man, middle of the year. It'll be. I don't think we're going to allow AEGs unless they're on like a low cap.
Gas and spring.
I think it's going to be
you could
all
do low cap.
gas and spring kind of thing. Shotguns, pistols. No mag adapters.
Everyone's going to have a Sega. Everyone's going to have a Sega. I can see it now.
Gas mag though, isn't it?
Brian got that money spare.
Do you know what, honestly, if I was going to buy a gun, if I was going to buy a Rift for this, I'd genuinely buy a TMMP7. It's probably
you know what? I said this before.
It's so good.
I think it'd be perfect for that. I think, honestly, I want to see someone with a bingo MP7 on a little 13 CI. run that down Snake.
No thanks.
Honestly, it is the best.
No, I meant in general.
All right.
Yeah, it is the best gas rifle for airsoft that I've ever run.
Yeah, I had one.
It was
great.
It's not the best. The mags are terrible.
It was better than the SWM, Hicks.
Yeah, but that was off Wish. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Don't talk about that.
I don't know what went with that.
Everything. The fact it was painted should have set alarm bells off in your head.
And then I bought an AKM that I used once. Sold that. That was just an impulse back. Like you and Ray was on phone going, "Once, buy it."
I'm terrible for it. I change kits all the time. I get bored.
Kieran,
yo,
you're playing next year, aren't you? Well, should be.
Yeah, I'm back.
So I can ask you, what's your predictions for next year? Because it's not seen as.
Well, for us.
No, for everyone.
The
Teams, placements.
I can't talk about placements.
It can't because it'll give away who's in what division.
Yeah, I probably know.
Yeah.
I could probably add that.
I mean, you can release what you're in.
I know what I'm in, but I might ruin it for other teams. I'll say we're going to Div 2, and I hope by the end of the year we've moved up to Div 1.
Solid.
That's the aim. We've been consistently fourth, to be honest, all of our comps aside from Anarchy, and then we've lost a lot of members. So we're starting from new.
It's hard to do that. I've had to restart basically.
Just all these damn teams poaching my players.
What's
that you got on the floor there, Carl? What's that just folded on the floor, mate?
Oh, that's just some rubbish.
Imagine not even being in. Imagine not even being in a frame. Imagine not being in a frame. SOT wouldn't have that.
I still need to order one. I'm gonna get it framed and put it on the wall with the.
I won't have that, right? Because it's
message received, Carl. Honestly,
in a frame.
You what?
Your flashbang one's hung up in a frame, so why your SOT not?
The SOT on will be in a frame eventually. We've got.
Alan just wants a wall of jerseys.
We've got the whole background changing for the next the podcast, so it's gonna look loads better. Trust me, and we're gonna have the SOT and flashbang jersey on display.
Did you put your jersey in the frame yourself, or did you get a company to do it?
Nah, I put it myself. It's not. To be fair, it's. Can I show it here without showing? Wait there.
Oh, here we go. This is where we see the part of the room that he hasn't cleaned.
I don't know if you can see that there. But I put it in myself. But it's not quite like lined up perfectly, so I need to redo it.
Just put pins in.
I know, because I don't think I'm like.
Yeah,
I don't have the patience to get it right.
Absolutely not.
But no, it's pretty
easy. Do you want to do a load for me, Callum?
I mean, if you send them my way, I can do you.
I want to put every team along the.
I think that looks sick.
Corridors in.
Yeah, it's just a jersey slag, innit?
Hey, yeah, as I say, we talk about my jersey collection. This guy's got how many? How many jerseys, Kirton?
I've got one.
TSR, fucking SOT,
Rush,
two SOT
TSR,
ones probably.
2 SOTs.
I've got a couple at district. I think I've got 9.
9.
Is there any he hasn't got? That's probably a smaller list.
That one's sick.
That's a nice one. Pirates jersey.
I don't know how you think that looks anything like ours. Mental.
I mean, when he picked it up, I actually thought
They were
it was
like
a flashbang
basically
jersey.
the same.
When he picked that up, I was actually going to say, is that a flashbang jersey?
To be fair, Hicks, when you was on that field,
You'll have to send me a
they'll look
flashbang
the
one.
exact same.
They're all going on the wall in district.
Maybe I'll order one on this next form.
I just need one from every team. Along the whole corridor where it goes down towards, like the party rooms and all that kind of stuff. And there'll literally just be one after the other with some LED lights over them.
I think that looks sick, that will. Definitely.
May as well. It just explains what we are as a site, really, isn't it?
Someone's just asking if you're going to put a camera at each side of the field. I think they mean like how NSL's got it.
Well, like I said, there's 15 cameras going in. I can get every fucking angle there is.
That home facing in is what Harvey's going to be relying on the most, I reckon.
Yeah. You got to think the last comp was relatively covered, and that was off 7.
Doubled up.
Yeah.
So we've gone more than double. And I can put another one in as well, and then we've also, I mean, it's not public knowledge, but we're also putting GoPros on the refs' heads as well.
That would be good.
On certain ones.
That would be good.
And I'm hoping, this is only like a hope, it's going to be another one of them trial and error things. We're hoping to try and include it in the stream as well. And then not only that, so we'll have the 15 cameras, we'll have at least 2 GoPros on refs' heads. I also can send a drone out and put that on the live stream as well. And on top of that, you know how we had the media team?
Yeah.
I'll be pinching the signal from one of their cameras and they'll be going around with the live camera as well.
I guess on one of the NSL, I can't remember when.
NSL do it.
I think they did it. They did one where they literally had a player running the GoPro as well.
Yeah, you can do player cams, but the problem is when you do it like that, is you have to have the mounts on there, you have to put the camera on there, and I think it's too much faffing around for a player.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Whereas with the refs, we're currently testing masks. We've got a couple of Empire EVSs at the site right now because they've got a massive lens. And if they work out nicely, then we're going to buy one for every single ref, and then we can kit them out the way that we want, with comms inside them, with the mounts for cameras on them, so then there's no messing around them. We can just fling it on and go.
Yeah, that would be sick. But
mask.
I think we're going to wrap up the episode there. Is there anything that anyone wants to say before we end the stream?
Don't all talk at once.
I'd say that as
one more question.
Oh no, I've got a very important one actually.
Okay.
And we'll start with Kieran. Arse or tits?
Arse.
Zach?
My girlfriend's watching this.
Yeah, well, you could be on about hers, but now you've made it sound like it's not.
Now you've made it sound like it's not.
Or you're picking the opposite of what she's got. You've baited yourself here now by saying that.
You should just stay quiet there.
Personality.
Have I got to pick one?
Yeah, you can't pick one. That's not the way it works.
It's got to be 50-50. They're fun to play with, aren't they?
They're fun to play with.
They're fun to play with.
Just sit there and go, Luke?
Ass.
Yes. Callum?
I'm gonna give it tits. Something with that there. Something to play with, isn't it?
Ian, what did you say?
Bunda.
Bunda.
That's like 2-2. I think I've got to go for tits, like.
Tits.
Oof. Gotta be. And the only reason I say that is Morgan messaged me saying,
I really didn't know where you were going with that.
Oh, I knew it'd be Morgan.
Right now on stream. So I was like, okay, no worries.
I'm going to check see if he's messaged me as well.
He's put it in the Stacey's bitches.
Oh, right, okay.
Was he another question or was that?
Curtin, someone's asked why you don't run 4v4s.
Yeah,
why not 4v4?
I actually don't know. Yeah. It's just not something that it's always been 3-man or 5-man, hasn't it?
Yeah, we can bring 4 teams. We can bring 3 teams if you do 4v4.
What, with enough for subs and mad bitches and H2O people.
3 mad bitches.
Got a couple of water boys and all that.
Tesco runners.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. I don't know why we've never done a 4-man. It's just always been.
Maybe we should do it.
I mean, I'd
do it for one of the random events.
Next year, at some point.
Do it on the gas one or something. Do it as a test. Be a great
test. Yeah, we'll do the limited class as a 4-man.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah. I'm game for that just to try it. It's only going to be a fun comp anyway. Just have a bit. I
think it would run fine anyway. I can't see it making a difference.
The only thing I wouldn't do is a 10-man. Nah. Imagine the carnage on the field.
Well, we did that on before.
Only Speed Cartel can enter anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Hang on. In the UK, what team? Speed Cartel?
Rush?
Legion, possibly. Rush, probably.
How many players has Rush got? They've probably beat Cartel.
Actually, that's a valid question.
They've picked up quite a few recently.
It's close.
Is TSR pushing 10 now?
I think Rush have got about 15, 16.
I haven't seen them play though. I don't get it.
Hopefully next year we see them. That'd be nice.
Probably will at Speed Arena, I would have thought.
I
don't know about OB. I know OB had locks when I first started there. About 3 or 4 teams all the time.
Yeah, apparently they're running SpeedQB next year, and it's the actual people who run SpeedQB are coming over to host it, and like the refs, etc. So Rush can play, so people don't see it as bias.
What, SpeedQB?
Yeah.
I thought they were going NSL.
I think
he put just wait, so it's got something. Something.
I don't want to wait. Just tell me.
Just tell me.
So it's after more kicking in again, isn't it?
But no, if that's
apparently they're doing. I know that, and obviously I know they've got 5 mans. But Rush are entering it, I think, so someone else is reffing their comp. So people can't complain.
They're still
They still will. They still will.
Yeah, they're still going to complain, 100%.
Fucking hell, people were complaining about me, and I didn't own a team.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't running a team, and people still complained about me.
I think you'll always have them players that will complain about something. They'll try to.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, if that's everything, appreciate you all being on the podcast. A little different to the usual ones. One question I'll have for all of you: who do you think should be on the next podcast?
Kiani.
Zach.
I think you should do a company.
Company. Okay. What are you saying, Kieran?
I mean, I'll just say it while he's here. Sal. Get Sal on. I want some information.
Definitely get Sal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just wait and stuff. I want to know what's going on.
Technically, that's 2 boxes there.
Sal, we need to get you on. Kane?
Simpson.
Okay.
That's not a bad shout. Yeah.
That's not a bad shout. But yeah, that'll wrap up the episode. I hope you all did enjoy, and